Coach, maybe first of all, staying in the conference, just coming over to Youngstown State. What made you come over here from Southern Illinois, and why come over here?
Well, I'm a New Jersey native. I'm an East Coast guy. And although Youngstown, Ohio, I wouldn't consider the East Coast, it certainly is the eastern third of the United States, and it's much closer to my family. I spent the first 37 years of my life in New Jersey and in and around that area in college football. Spent 2 years out in the state of Minnesota and 2 years in Southern Illinois, and I just wanted to get back where I get a little bit closer to my family. I also had the pleasure of meeting Eric Wolford and had a chance to talk about a position here, and I did want to stay in conference. I think it's one of the best conferences in 1AA football, and this just was a very good opportunity, and you know, I'm obviously very, very happy to be here.
How much did it help to have, having been at Southern Illinois, to have some familiarity with Youngstown State, the type of players it had, facilities, etc.?
Well, for me, there was familiarity because I had coached here, and Youngstown had visited us one time, and so I know the conference and I know the team, in particular the defensive side of football. And then I think part of the attraction for Coach Wolford was that I'm in conference. So I've been there every school, I've been to every field, I've been to every press box, and I think that's probably the one thing that I probably bring to the table outside of the rest of our staff. I'm the only non-1A guy here. You know, we have a tremendous staff here, from Shane right on down to Tom Sims and the rest of those guys. And so it gives me an opportunity to learn from some 1A coaches, and then in turn, hopefully I can share my conference experience with these guys.
You were in charge of a pretty potent offense over there.
Oh, we had some success. I mean, we were 20-5 in 2 years, and I was very happy with what we did offensively, and I'm looking forward to getting involved in what we're going to do offensively here.
What makes you believe that YSU can get back to not just winning, because there was some winning seasons here with the previous regime, but get back to the playoffs and be a legitimate contender?
Well, I'll answer that, and I'll say this sounds like rhetoric, but it's not. I mean, growing up in New Jersey, I was very well aware of Youngstown State football. I have a very good friend who turned down an opportunity to come to Youngstown, went to Michigan, has 2 Rose Bowl rings, never saw the field, and you know, his biggest regret is never having gone to Youngstown. During that tenure, Youngstown won 2 national championships. And so we were all very well aware of what Youngstown football was all about. And if I was going to go to another program in this conference, Youngstown would be the place that I would choose.
Was it a tough call to do that? I mean,
it was. I left some great kids at Southern. We were very, very good offensively, and I feel like they have a lot returning this year. But this was a chance to work with Coach Wolford, whom I was very, very impressed with when we met. It was an opportunity to, again, get a little bit closer to family, and I don't see coming to Youngstown as any sort of step down. It's the same conference, and it's a program with just as much potential as anybody else in the conference. And you know, I'll keep saying I'm excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to.
So I'm sorry, you also have the title as recruiting coordinator. Is that a little difficult because you're not from the area? Because Coach Eric has always said he wants to recruit local kids. So is that?
Well, actually, I won't recruit the state of Ohio. I just spoke at a clinic in Cincinnati and had an opportunity to meet a number of different Ohio coaches. And, you know, I represented Shane. Shane Montgomery will recruit that area down there. So, you know, I threw his name out, and most of the guys down there are already aware of who Shane is. And so I think we have some guys on this staff that we assigned the state of Ohio. There'll be 7 coaches on staff that have an Ohio responsibility. There's also a bevy of talent in the Pittsburgh area, the state of Pennsylvania, the state of New Jersey, and the state of Florida. And those will be the areas that we hit on the heaviest, I would say.
being that you're already in this conference, does that give you a better grip on the recruiting, on the players, maybe not so much Ohio, but other areas?
Well, we have a lot of coaches on staff with considerable recruiting experience, so evaluating talent that can play at this level, I think we can all do that. Coach Sims, for instance, has some strong ties in the state of Michigan, and so he'll recruit up there. I've recruited New Jersey for the last 18 years. If I can get recruits to come out to Minnesota, I think I can get them to come to Youngstown. All right. And then Coach Kravitz represents a guy that's recruited Florida, so we're going to have 3 coaches in the state of Florida. So I think we're very happy with the makeup of the staff, and I think we were excited about the 3 weeks that we had to sign this previous class. And now we get to put ourselves on an even keel with the conference and get going with juniors in May here.
Have
Coach
you been
Cole?
able, I was just going to say, have you been able at all to get familiar with your wide receiving core, or too early to?
No,
get in?
I have. Yeah, I knew a little bit about them already from having competed against Youngstown for the last 2 years. We really only lost one major starter at the position, and it was a big one, obviously, and he fared very well at the testing the other day. But with regards to the 6 young men that are coming back, we've had an opportunity to watch them just in workouts, and I am looking forward to getting them out on the field so that we can evaluate what they can actually do at the receiver position. But athletically, I'm excited about where we are right now.
Coach Coleman kind of touched on it, and you touched on it a little bit. But what about Coach Wolford? What was the selling point? Can he push buttons like Coach Coleman said?
Coach Wolford is what you see is what you get kind of coach, and I think he's a player's coach, but he's gonna push these guys. He's been there, he's won, he knows how to win. He has a tremendous passion for Youngstown because these are his roots, and I don't think there's anybody in town that wants to see the Penguins win more than he does. And I think by the end of spring ball, our players are going to understand why he's so passionate about this football program.